LoreWarrior Online. Phantom Omnimech. Overview. Considerable experience with light mechs and insider knowledge of inner sphere tactics prompted Khan Phelan Ward, now Kell, to push the concept of a fast, medium-sized reconnaissance omnimech to its limits. The Phantom shares many technical details with the Ice Ferret, but trades weapons and armor for speed. Capabilities. The standard configuration is packed with enough electronics to shield itself and spot the enemy, but at the cost of cutting its weaponry to a bare minimum. Striker units, in which other mechs handle recon duties, employ alternate configuration A. This configuration mixes LRMs and lasers, but still compares the unfavourably with the Ice Ferret. Alternate configuration B trades much of the standard version's electronics to produce an upgunned recon unit. 2 racks of short-range missiles and a medium laser make this configuration more popular. Like the Phantom B, alternate configuration C is relatively weapons-heavy, tying 9 small lasers and 1 medium into a targeting computer. One Inner Sphere warrior commented that losing to a Phantom C is like bleeding to death from 100 paper cuts. The Phantom D mounts 3 medium lasers for middle-distance exchanges, backed up by a small laser and a rack of short-range missiles. The Phantom E carries the heaviest weapons loadout, packing 7 micro-pulse lasers and an ATM-3 into its limited pod space. The ATM launcher loses much of its flexibility, however, because this configuration can only carry one type of ATM ammunition. Clearly inspired by the C, alternate configuration H links 6 heavy small lasers and a medium pulse laser into a single targeting computer. Deployment. Lacking raw firepower, the Phantom's future with the Wolf Clan hung in the balance until the Refusal War and the subsequent Crusader-Warden split. With both groups desperate for equipment to rebuild frontline forces, production of the Phantom continued. The Wolves in Exile proved the Phantom's worth in Operation Bulldog and the recent incursion into Lyran Alliance space by Clan Jade Falcon. Khan Vlad Ward's Wolves remained less impressed with a design introduced by a Freebirth, but chronic equipment shortages have forced them to continue using this Omnimech. The Ice Hellions, Cloud Cobras, Snow Ravens, and Goliath Scorpions secured Phantoms from Clans Hell's Horses and Jade Falcon, who in turn captured equipment from the Wolves. The Scorpions were so impressed with the Phantom C that they reverse-engineered the design and now manufactured the Omnimech themselves. Notable mech warriors. Star Commander Roberto. A member of the Hall Bloodhouse and a dedicated follower of Khan Phelan Kell, Roberto commands a light reconnaissance star in the 1st Wolf Strike Grenadiers. That he brought his fragile command through the intense fighting on Militia and Blair Atoll relatively intact is a testament to his skill. Mech warrior Sailor. An aging warrior embittered by the fall of the Crusader cause, Sailor suffered the indignity of playing a support role in the 103rd Striker Cluster, though the Phantom's firepower is a far cry from that of her previous Omnimech, a Timberwolf. Sailor's surviving opponents can attest to her skill and aggression. The Phantom. Yeah, many people will actually just think this is just some art for an Ice Ferret, to be honest. It's, very, very similar looking. It's a bit like the Cougar, essentially. The clans stripped of access to raw materials or manufacturing, basically take an existing design and slightly modify it for their own needs and purposes. Basically what happened with the Adder and the Cougar, well, the Ice Ferret and the Phantom, they're just kind of one and the same, slight weird diversionary routes of development. It's not a bad looking mech, actually, for the clanners, but yeah, it is very, very low on ammunition. I mean, the Prime version, ER Medium, ECM and LRM5, that's very stark and very low equipment for a primary configuration. It also is backed up by an ER Small. I mean, it has ECM, it's got TAG, it's got Active Probe, it's got the whole, bundle there. A variant, 2 ER Smalls, LRM5, another 2 ER Smalls, another LRM5, an ER Small and ER Medium, which is better, obviously. Then the B, which is SRM4, ER Small, SRM4, Active Probe, and an ER Medium. The C version, which is just 8 ER Smalls, a Flamer, and an ER Medium, which is just nasty. That's MWO territory for damage, that thing. Alternate D, Streak 4, ER Small, 2 ER Mediums and ER Medium. And then we've got the, let's see, the E version, which is 4 micro-pulse lasers, another MWO favourite here, the ATM-3, with 3 more micro-pulse lasers, so 7 micro-pulse lasers. H variant, 3 heavy smalls, with a medium pulse and a flamer. Big on energy. You know, even what's written as a weak clan design, you always have to remember, is still relatively decent by most Inner Sphere design standards. As you can see, the amount of firepower these things can pack in due to the extremely lightweight and efficient equipment of the clans puts pale to some others. I mean, this thing is 40 ton, and all of the LoreWarriors for the Inner Sphere that I have made previous to this one, they were all in the 30 ton range, and you get an idea of the difference there in the weight-saving capabilities of clan technology. Why people still think there's a balance here. There was never a balance. Clans in Inner Sphere were never balanced. They were never meant to be balanced, and this is a great example of such. I mean, at least this thing actually has enough fecking heat sinks to deal with the heat, unlike the bloody jackal. Christ on a bike. I mean, I'm still shocked by that jackal. Still shocked. But the Phantom, decent looking mech. In fact, I would be surprised if MWO were to add a Phantom in the future, because it's literally just a slight rework of the Ice Ferret model. And then, hey, we got a new mech. So, they probably do that. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe I've given them an idea. I want money for that idea. Anyway, have a good one all. See ya. Bye.